Hello everyone, my name is Wang Jinya. I am majoring in finance and marketing. I have successfully completed my diploma studies and I'm almost done with my bachelor degree. And for this presentation, I want to review my past 2 years in Curtin University, summarize what I have gained and what I have grown in these 2 years. Then to think about my future plans. My presentation is divided into 6 sections as follows. I use the employability tool to get a result of the following 2 graphs, which will test after the first section and the last section respectively. And it is observed from the graphs that my occupational literacy and rhetorical literacy have improved. Occupational literacy means the basic skill that I will have in the workplace in the future. Through the curriculum of this unit and the writing of the post-class reflections, I learned a lot of teamwork and communication. And rhetorical literacy is the use of the framework to think critically about writing and reading choice. With the improvement in rhetorical literacy, I can use theoretical literacy to improve communication so that my output can be more easily understood by everyone. During this unit, I try many games that I haven't played before. Each game has its own meaning behind it. For example, the national challenging required the group to work together and test our hand skill, while the simulation activity required more brainstorming and leadership from the group leader. My favorite part of the whole turn was the building blocks class, as I am a big fan of Lego, and it was a completely different experience to putting together blocks on my own and with the group. I prefer the feeling of everyone focusing on doing one thing together. And in this trimester, I feel more confident. And the 2 individual presentation allow me to work on my ability to impress my ideas in front of the people. And in the process, I became more open to talk to other people. And I met a lovely girl in this unit, and we started chatting on social media about the fun thing that had happened to us recently. And we even went out to dinner together, and I really like her. I feel so happy and full during my diploma and bachelor study. I met my lovely friends in Curtin University. We all come from China and were born and raised in different provinces. We spent the Chinese New Year, Dragon Ball Festival, and Mid-Autumn Festival together, and they also accompanied me on my 19th and 20th birthday. Let me not feel alone. I think that my choice major is good fit for me and is something that will provide a good foundation for my future work plans. However, looking back on my past life, I have spent more time hanging out with my friends. After school, I rarely had time to sit down and learn different things to enrich myself. For example, learning about the use of Excel and reading other material to improve my reading. In my university study life, I prefer to summarize what I have learned in a week at the end of week after my class. To help me revise for the final, before a deadline of the assignment, I usually choose to get a report done 2 days in advance. And if the assignment is heavy, I will make a to-do list and mark what to do when to avoid my plan being described. I am enjoying my time at university so much. Then I have submitted application for postgraduate study to the universities of my choice, and I have already successfully received an offer from one of my preferred universities. In my planning, I will choose to go to graduate school after my undergraduate degree. Once I have finished all my study, I will consolidate all my information and write a clear CV. I could like to return to China and submit my CV to major companies and look for internship opportunities in major cities such as Beijing or Shanghai. I know that will be more competitors of my age compete for a position with me, and all I need to do is to reach myself and make most of my strengths. In interviews, I can highlight my language skill and communication skill because of my overseas study experience. I need to pay more attention to financial news and development, and study hard in my spare time to obtain ACCA, CPA, and other necessary certificates for the financial industry. Through my painting, I express three visions of my future. This is one of my three favorite plans, and I have great confidence that I can do it. I want to successful after graduation and return to my hometown, which is a beautiful island in China called Hainan. When I return home, I want to get my driving lessons at first, and at the same time to submit my CV to the job I want, and I can use my free time to complete my internship. In the meantime, I will receive my accept letter from the university I applied to, which could be in Hong Kong or in Australia. During my postgraduate study, I will still focus on my study, and I hope to meet a like-minded boy with the same outlook and develop a healthy, positive relationship. When I have enriched myself, I hope to open my own company and make lots of money. Secondly, and also after graduation, I will go home first. I hope I have a year to spend with my family, during which I can study, dance, or become a volunteer teacher. After a year, I will start to enter a working world. Of course, in my free time, I could like to start my side business. I have loved taking photographs since I was a kid, and I could like to open a photograph studio to document every moment of my life. More importantly, I want to travel around the world and express the culture and atmosphere of different countries. The second plan is a bit impractical for me and require a lot of money and time, but it is also my ideal of life. Regarding the third one, it is relatively mundane compared to the first two, but it is common. I could probably choose to stay and work in Singapore after graduation, then go back home after a few days, open a cake store in my hometown, and finally get married, plain and simple. I hope I will do well in my final exam. I will never forget my friends who were there for me, and I was homesick and sad, and the teachers who carefully explained my problems, and the time when I finished my homework carefully every night. I hope that in the future I can become more and more stronger and will not be easily defeated by difficulties. I could say to my future self to believe in my own abilities and to careful in everything I do. Throughout my presentation, I would like to thank Curtin for allowing me to have an enriched university life, where I have not only learned professional knowledge but also improved significantly in all aspects of my life in just 2 years. I can express my ideas more confidently in front of everyone. In preparing this presentation, I took a moment to look back and think deeply about the past and make a plan for the future. I hope that in the future, through my own effort, I can achieve the ideal life I have planned.